NewsRme. According to the United Nations, Russia's conflict in Ukraine has pushed 4 million children into poverty. According to the United Nations Children's Agency, Russia's invasion of Ukraine and soaring prices have driven almost 4 million children into poverty throughout Eastern Europe and Central Asia. UNICEF said on Monday that children face the most challenging weight of the economic crisis caused by the conflict in Ukraine. Since 2021, the fighting and growing prices have pushed an extra 4 million youngsters in Eastern Europe and Central Asia into poverty, a 19% rise. UNICEF obtained its results from an analysis of information from 22 nations. Children in Russia and Ukraine have suffered the hardest since Moscow invaded their neighbor in February. UNICEF reported that Russia is responsible for over 3/4 of the entire rise in the number of children living in poverty due to the Ukraine conflict and a cost of living crisis in the area, with an extra 2.8 million children now living in homes below the poverty line. The impact of Western sanctions on Russia's economy has coupled with the country's enormous population to generate a disproportionate effect. UNICEF noted, Ukraine is home to an extra 500,000 children living in poverty, the second greatest number. Romania trailed closely behind, with an additional 110,000 youngsters living in poverty. Afshan Khan, Regional Director for Europe and Central Asia at UNICEF, said, "Children around the area are being caught up in the war's dreadful aftermath. If we do not help these children and their families immediately, the sharp increase in child poverty will most likely result in lost lives, lost education, and lost futures." The organization said that the poorer a family is, the more significant amount of its income it must spend on food and fuel, leaving less for children's healthcare and education. Additionally, they are at a greater risk of assault, exploitation, and abuse.